we are off to Bedford to check out the new G3 site. I would be a serial killer by now. Cash is not king.
Can't possibly have a 7 Series without leather.
We could get silver feather. Looks quite cool.
Hello, welcome to my crib.
Looking good, ain't it, Toad? Best car bought. Good morning. Dawn of a new week. I'm going to get a change of t-shirt from the container.
I've got my keys.
You've got your keys? Oh dear. Right then, Monday. Toby and I won't get much footage of the garage today because we are off to Bedford to check out the new G3 site at Bedford at the old Kazoo wholesale site. And after a lot of flapping around yesterday on Sunday trying to find a car that on the forecourt that would be nice to take. We had a nice Audi S4, a Range Rover Sport, and I can't think, there's a Disco 4, all of which are blowing hot air. And the way the weather's been, I did not want that on a 3-hour drive. So, we're back in the trusty L322, and those of you who saw the previous video, which you haven't seen, our link, where we took this 600 miles towing a car, two different cars, we ran out of fuel, because the fuel gauge doesn't really work, and then we filled it up with a jerry can, and then afterwards it wouldn't really fill up very easily. It was like click, click, click constantly. Someone said that's the miss fuel flap thing. Basically it drops down a little flap to stop you from putting petrol in if you put in a thinner tube. So I found the tool in the boot, you kind of hook it, and now we can go and fill it up, and hopefully it should be plain sailing, and then we can get on the road for 3 hours. I used to, do you know what, I used to refuse to drive any further than about an hour. I'd be like, no, my back will hurt, I just don't want to drive, it's a waste of my time, blah, blah, blah. I'll drive all over the bloody place now. I don't actually mind it either. Weird how your mind changes. V8 power, that's what this bad. That was well not well over. That was just reached the speed limit, and I continued doing the speed limit for at least a good few seconds there. It's surprisingly quick, this thing. I don't know what the horsepower is. Probably 300 or something. 3.6 TD V8. Anywho, so we're going to go and do this. We're going to go check out the site, a little sneak peek behind the scenes. Do you think that video will be out by then?
Maybe.
Maybe. It might be out. If not, it'll be out next week, I expect. If it's out, we'll put a link. If it's not, we won't. Then when we get back, well, that'll be the end of the day for today, but tomorrow we'll be cracking back on with the media office / container, which hopefully will go as smoothly as the first day or so has gone. Can't think of much else to report, can you? Jason sold a few at end of play on Saturday. Audi S5. What else had sold? So that's the Hot Wheels S5. He also sold Audi TT, the nice little convertible one, which is a nice little car, but again, is not the sort of thing I'll put on the forecourt again going forward. But yeah. That's about it really. Don't know what else I can tell you because nothing else really has happened this morning. But it tells us 3 hours 8 minutes, 165 miles. Do you know what's really interesting when we get there? I'm probably going to ruin it. There's a car there that I'm quite interested in because for doing journeys such as this, Range Rovers are lovely and they're comfortable, whatever. But nothing's quite as comfortable as a proper German saloon. And there's a 730D there, 7 Series. So Toby, with his cap on, can sit in the front driving this 3-litre 7 Series, and I can sit in the back eating grapes and, you know, doing important emails and things. That would be lovely. But we'll see when we get there. I'm making Toby drive because I'm exhausted and I'm ready to drop off. So Toby has dutifully taken the reins of the Range Rover, and I'm going to try and have a nap because I'm like crying with tiredness. God knows why. What we're looking for now though is a car that I have provisionally won for I think my maximum bid was 3,800, 3,900. And if I win it, I think it's an absolute bargain. It should be down here at the front because it was lot number 5. Let's go and have a look. Conveniently, here it is at the front with its Northern Irish number plate on. It's a BMW 730D. It's 2013 model, this one. It is an SE. Obviously it's in whatever this silver is, I can never remember. It might even call it a blue. But that would be a lot of car for the sort of 4,000-ish pounds I would have paid for it if we get it. And the only reason I really liked the idea of this was because I thought all the miles we're doing, 160 we've done today, we'll be doing 160 back. This would be lovely to drive. It's got the V5. We didn't bring any trade plates today because we didn't really intend to buy anything, but you know, we could always tax it to get it back if needs be. It's automatic. It has MOT until October this year. It's on 114,000 miles. I really like the idea because there's only £210 to tax for the year, and it does like 60 miles per gallon on the motorway from a 3 litre, and it still manages 0 to 60 in 6.1 seconds. Sounds pretty good to me. So there is our key. We can fire this up, and if it sounds awful now and we've won it on a provisional and they say we want a little bit more money, I can say no thanks. We've got rear privacy glass for a start, nice ash interior trims. All the electric windows work. We don't have rear blinds by the looks of it, which is a shame. That is an option on these. Sounds okay for a 3 litre BMW on 115,000 miles. Is the aircon working? That's probably what would make me decide whether I actually want to drive this back or not. But we've got nice sat nav, cruise control. I think this should have been of this generation. Well, I can't see any switches for it, the lane deviation and that sort of stuff. We've got heated seats. Wonder what we've got in the back. That would be, oh yeah, the aircon's nice and cold. We've got 2 keys. The one, oh that's interesting. There's a thing here that's G3's kind of record. Let's turn that off. Of when a car arrives with them, and it's saying completed on arrival. Sat nav media, no, so it might need a disc. Service history, yes, but on the listing it said no, so I wouldn't bank on there being service history, but there might be. Either way, I bet we could find a decent amount. Let's have a quick look in the back because, quite frankly, that's where I'd prefer to journey. Have we got heated seats in the rear? No, we don't, but we do have dual zone climate control in the back. Do you know what? I might have to get in and just decide whether I would be comfortable in the back here. Oh yeah, I could live with that. What's the armrest like? Ah, delightful. Well, if we win it, I will be very happy indeed. What I will say with that as well is that if I wasn't interested in it for myself, then it has a retail value of £8,000. It's not a hugely in-demand car. I think it was about 10 out of 100 desirability, but I still don't think we'd have too much trouble selling it, especially if we've got a big margin. We could sell it off, you know, a little bit cheaper, couldn't we?
Your provisional currently on a lovely BMW 7 Series, 730D.
That's right, yeah.
Your bid, let me just get back to my cap screen as well. So your bid's currently at 38.
Okay.
With a reserve of 43, I can sell it at £4,000.
Go on then.
£4,000, perfect. Yeah. No worries, also, I'll get that invoice out to you. Thank you for that.
No worries, thanks a lot, Liam. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Joe. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
Bolt it. Right, good morning, Tuesday. It is 8:15. I'm in a bit early. Toby won't be in till a bit late because it took us so long to get back from G3 Bedford yesterday because the M5 was just chock-a-block again. Honestly, if I had to use the Great British Motorway network every day to commute, I would be a serial killer by now. I don't know how people do it. So if you do have to use the motorway day in, day out, whether you're a lorry driver, van driver, whether you commute for, visiting places and whatever, just, yeah. The motorway network clearly isn't set up for the volume of people that are in this country. It's crazy. Just, these roads are designed to be used at 70 miles an hour, but you're lucky. I literally had a 4-car pile-up directly in front of me. If I had a dash cam, I would have given them the footage, but just because, we were crawling at about 15 miles an hour and they all smashed out in front of me, and just nightmare. So what should have taken us about 6 hours of driving yesterday probably took us about 9 hours of driving, which is a lot for me in one day. Anyway, rant over. Motorways suck. We're in a bit early. We got Tugs and Bash with us today. And I'm going to try and get on with a bit of admin, just try and do a bit of catch up because I was out yesterday, check if there's any bills to pay, emails to get back to, that sort of thing, and then hopefully just crack straight on with our new media office. We'll see if Dan's got any stuff done in our absence, but I imagine they were quite busy yesterday, so I don't know. Seeing as it's not very often I have a wad of cash sat on my desk, we'd discussed the whole cash is not king topic type thing. So that is £6,000 in cash in mixed notes. I say mixed notes. It's 10s and 20s, but that's a fair old chunk of cash, which takes quite a lot of time to count, as you can imagine. This is from a deal that we actually did last week, and I've been carrying it around with me, which doesn't happen very often. Don't mug me. I'm well hard as well, so wouldn't bother. Whenever I say cash is not king, you get people in the comments sort of saying cash is king and blah 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 and etc etc. What I'm trying to say is it's not that we won't take it. If I had to take more than I think it is 9,500 or something, then you have to register yourself as a high value dealer. Doesn't matter. That's not necessarily a car dealer. It could be a dealer of anything. And you got to do relevant things to make the authorities aware in case you're laundering cash for someone unknowingly or whatever. Just a pain in the butt. Now I'm going to take bank card and I'm going to send one of the lads down to the post office while the poor lady in the post office has to count that as well, make sure that it is £6,000. So that's going to cost me at least half an hour in labour, and then I think we get charged, it might be £5 per time we put money into the bank over £1,000, or it might be £5 per £1,000 we put into the bank. Well, it's not the bank. I think if we were to go to the branch of my bank, Santander, which is in Bridgewater, so it's half an hour to get there, park up, pay parking, go into the bank. If you want to do it at the counter, I think they will charge you. But if you're happy to stand there and feed cash into their vending machine thing, then it's free. But obviously it's a bit sketchy, stood there with £6,000 in one hand, poking bits in. Yeah, and it's going to cost us probably 30 quid, plus another half an hour's labour, maybe 50 quid. I've lost 50 quid just from having cash. So that is why we say cash, physical cash, not talking about bank transfers, because that is obviously the preferred option. It's not always king. It's fine because
that's gonna get.
We'll run our cladding up to there anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be fixed right at the end because no one's going to be here pressing on it or whatever.
Okay.
But we'll put some insulation in. Well,
we've got enough off.
I mean,
that we can...
we may as well for the sake of it, but
Well,
it will be outside. So
I'm about to literally slide this one up, and then once the frame's up, it will make it. Yeah, it'll be right. We'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So while I was away yesterday at G3, Dan has been, well, I say he's been cracking on. He only got like half an hour at it or whatever, but managed to knock up these two little M frames to go in here to kind of finish up what will be our wall cladding, and he's now cutting in insulation while I sort out all the admin stuff that I've been meaning to catch up on. So let me put this down. I'll give him a hand putting it in. It's only going in once.
Yeah. Well, the other one went in and I was like, that's not coming out. Nice. That's, well, I mean, that's, other than doing the main door frame now, that's all the...
Just a touch.
I realise that we can't shut the doors at the moment. That door doesn't want to actually shut. I think it might be where we jacked it up.
Yeah, if they're not 100 square, then they won't. But
Yeah, it just kept on wanting to ping out, and with my back hurting so much, I just gave up last night. I just went, done. Oh, didn't we? Because really, your door. Well, you're right.
Well, the door's probably, I don't know whether. I think I am going to put it on there, but the only problem is if we put it. Because of the one I found, if it sits on there, I might be able to trim 20mm off the top and get it to fit in.
Yeah.
And have that light up top. But I think it'd be better to fit it on here without that window and have like a frame across the top. But what I don't want to know, that thing is then you have like a little step here and then like another little step, and if it's, I'll have to offer it up and see what it's like, because you're going to have a step there. I might even build like a little deck out the front or something, so it's a bit more, rather than, you can imagine you coming out and like...
Yeah, especially with that. I mean,
I know that's what a lot of people do, is they put noggins in, and if I was actually doing actual like interior stud work, I would have noggins across the middle, and then that makes you, like, because those sheets are 1 metre wide, they cut an end off a sheet, and you get one section and then another section. But I don't think we really need to bother with noggins on this. I think it's going to be right. By the time you've got cladding and going across, holding everything tight anyway.
By the time I've done the remaining of those, there's some left of bits we'll piece together the last few runs.
Yeah.
Let's go post office.
Let's try another one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 14.
Oh, is it the wash day?
So what is it? Taxing via a V62?
I've got a logbook. It's for the Qashqai, but he's given us an old logbook, so I can't do it online, and I'm going to pay us and somebody sort it out for him.
No. Worst case scenario, I know a guy would do it. It charges 50 quid.
Oh no, we get there in Western. That's the worst case at the minute. But I think, Mark, that's our only option that I can think of.
Okay.
Tell you what, as it's more or less on the way out, try, you know, McColl's in Breen?
Oh, what, the shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's supposedly a post office, and I think it might still be a post office.
You can take the big fat BMW 7 Series if you like. Yeah.
Oh, is it here?
Yeah.
Let's go have a look. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a one in Breen. If not, you'll have to do Western.
Yeah, no worries.
That's very nice. Things. Oh, it wasn't leather then from there, but you can't possibly have a 7 Series without leather. Very, very nice. £4,000 plus fees. It's alright, isn't it? Not a car. You like it? 4-bolt tyres and dodgy brakes. No. You go in style, Mark.
Right, just to take a quick break from all the building work, I'm actually coming to you from the future, as you might have guessed, because I want to talk to you about today's video sponsor, which is Global Charge. Now, if you haven't seen me talk about Global Charge before, basically, in a nutshell, Global Charge is a payment processing system using the open banking technology. So rather than using a card system where you have to wait up to 2 or 3 days to have your money arrive, this is quite a cool little feature that uses an online portal. You fill out the information that you want, how much money you want, you put the customer's telephone number and email address in there, send them a text message, which they will open, and they will use their own online banking to authorize that payment and send the money to you directly so that you get it immediately. Other cool features that I really like, now that I may be working slightly further away from the main part of the building, is that I and Jason the salesman will get a text message saying that that money has been deposited into our account. So Jason doesn't have to walk all the way up here, come speak to me and say, have we had the money and can I release the car? We have both had a text message that tells us that. This has also smoothed out a lot of problems we had with customers trying to send their money via a bank transfer and hitting their kind of fraud squad activation, because they're usually sending us a large amount of money and their bank is overcautious, but using the open banking system tends to make that a lot easier. There's a few reasons why I love Global Charge. A, I can send a payment request from absolutely anywhere, and if I've realized that someone's coming in the morning and I want to get this done ahead of time, I can send them the link and it is just done and dusted and they can sort it out when they're ready. 2, the fees are really good. They promise to beat your merchant terminal fees currently for taking credit cards and debit cards. 3, it arrives in your bank account instantly, so it really helps cash flow. You haven't got to wait 2 or 3 days and start scheduling when you can buy more stock, because that money will be with you immediately. 4, the customers really seem to love it. It seems like a really slick system. They like getting a text message and they like being able to complete the whole transaction on their phone through their own banking app where they feel safe and secure. So if you are looking for a new payment processing system, then I highly recommend Global Charge. You can find out all the information in the description or follow the QR code on screen. Morning. Day 3? I don't know, what are we? Day 6 days until we're in here editing. So, to give you an update, I'm going to try and crack on with the cladding. We've got the first fix ring main in. We're going to probably just do surface boxes. Brad, the electrician, is coming today, and they also do garden rooms and stuff as well, so we're going to rope them in to help us with as much as possible. Hopefully we can get cladding up, air conditioning installed, potentially. We've got to figure out what we're going to do with the roof. Originally the plan was to clad it like this, and then I thought I might just use ply and paint it black. But then I realised, because I spaced these 60 to cut sheets in half, that it's just going to be really wasteful using sheets of ply. There'll be loads of offcuts. So, not yet decided. Maybe we'll go with something even funkier. I know I've got some scaffold planks down the farm, so maybe we could use something like that, give it a bit of a cool textured roof. Don't really know. The plan is, I'm going to crack on with this now. Dan's going to be doing driving stuff today, so he's not around. I'm going to crack on with getting this cladding up and then see where we go from there. Well, you can keep a decent speed, but yeah, they just sound like they're broken even when they're not. My fan is broken. You get power from as well. Oh, what, out to it? Yeah. Well, what do you want it to come from? I think you don't want to run the whole thing on like a extension lead type thing.
Do a 16 amp cable go into it if you want, yeah. Put a 16 amp socket there.
I mean, there's like a fuse board in the toilet, so you can come out of there, and I'm gonna probably have to like weld on a, almost like a, well maybe not actually. I'm gonna weld on like a flagpole so I can run the Ethernet cable across from the soffit across. That's just pretty high already, isn't it? So, yeah, I don't know if you can come across like that maybe. That's been good. Right, literally 1,
to three more.
Yeah, so one pack then. We'll do it.
No Wixes over here though, is there?
One in Weston. I know I've got some in the transit van camper thing at the farm.
Shall I go and get the bits for the roof?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Go on.
pick up that or send someone down the farm?
I could go down the farm now. I mean, what time are you here till?
At Apple? Yes, maybe at 2.
Yeah. I need to probably get some cars down the farm anyway, so me and Toby can go down the farm. I'll
Pick
grab
up.
timber.
Pick up the first fix nail gun as well.
Alright, is that in the shed, is it? Oh, you need to, you mean? Or me?
You can pick up one down the farm or not? Are they using it?
They'll probably be using it, won't they? But what's that for doing these things? Hopefully not with a few screws, will it?
Wish I picked up mine, was it? Yeah, that's right.
6 lengths of CLS, 2.4. How many are we going to want? We're going to want 5 by 6 metres, aren't we? So we're going to want 10 of them. And we've only got 5 or 6. So I guess do you reckon you want to do it in that? Yeah, if we do it in that, then it will cover the
right, won't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. So do you want to go to CRS and put on my account, Highbridge, put on my account 5 sheets of 9mm ply. Yeah, and then tomorrow I guess you could, if we get that up and that up, then that's it done. And then it just needs I can grab some paint that, and then you can get the track light tomorrow maybe, done with that.
Second fix then.
And I'll try and get door frame or something organised so we can frame that in. We're laughing.
Be in here the end of next week. Well, start next week.
Start next week, needs to be Tuesday. It's only Wednesday. Right, what cars have we got here? Range Rover, Disco. If you drive the Disco, then we can load up. I mean, we could do with taking some cars down there.
That's what I was going to say. Did you want to take the Seed and the Jeep?
Yeah, where's Jason at the minute?
Out in the Tesla, I think. I don't mind loading out. I don't mind loading something out.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you wanted to take the Seed on the Range Rover and then take it down, we need to unhook the trailer and bring the Range Rover back, I guess, and we could take... Or if you come at the same time, then we could all come back
Yeah.
in whatever, wait for Jason to get back.
And someone can drive the Jeep down.
Yeah, we'll drive the Jeep and...
Did you ever hear what I said about the Jeep earlier? The whole sat-nav scenario.
No.
Basically, the sat-nav's not working yet.
Alright.
If you press that button, it just says insert media.
Right.
So the media disc is in the glove box now. But if you put it in, it's like, yeah, it doesn't read. It's an old media disc.
Yeah.
So we put the blanking cover back over the so you can't actually put a media disc in. But, yeah, cool. Now we need to sort out what we're doing with that NO as well.
That's going to go on the farm as well. So I might just take that now.
Yeah, that'd be great. Sweet.
It's done out of the way. Then if you take the Jeep, I'll take the ML. You take the Range Rover with the Seed on the back.
Yeah.
So if you want to load up the Seed quickly, where's the Range Rover at the minute?
It's just down there. I upset all the neighbours. Yeah, this morning it was fine, then by the time I came back, when they pulled their cars out of the road so I couldn't park again, I'm like, are you miserable sods?
What a week to pick to build a office inside a big tin can.
Oh, new jockey whip.
Yeah.
Well, we've got 208 miles of range, so we're doing all right. Got 10 hours of charging mine, so.
Another 10. It's been on all night, hasn't it?
Yeah, I put it on yesterday, about this time yesterday. So, but it was flat. I mean, it was flat. So obviously you don't run them out to nothing. We've had it for 3 weeks, and it was flat when it arrived. I've had a couple of test drives in it, and yeah, so yeah, you charge it for a couple of hours every day or every other day, not once in 3 weeks with no charge whatsoever.
Good.
Yeah. Do you want to put a strip down the joints or not?
No, I reckon by the time it's painted, it's not really going to show and whatever. Yeah. Yeah, so you want to mark where we want the lights. So.
Just because you got to bring it out on the end of the track where you need the. It's got to be in the right place.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out roughly where desks are going to go. So what, we're going to have 2 strips. We're going to have one that way. No, we're just going to have one down the middle, aren't we?
Yeah, you said one track that way and then one down the middle, but just go straight down the middle, whatever, right?
Because what we've got to do, potentially drop another cable down here, you mean?
Well, I've already got the cable going down there.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
I
but I
just
mean,
gotta
like, to
drop
drop it
that
out. Yeah. We could have one here with 3 lamps on, so it'd be for like these desks. And then if we came across, actually, like on this edge, we could have a little one across there with 3, so they could angle that way and could angle that way if needs be. Should we do that?
On that joint.
Yeah, pretty much on here, because the desk will be here, so if I want light on the desk behind the computer, because otherwise if they're all over there looking that way, it's going to be dark and shady in this corner. What do you reckon? Too dark? Right, so that's what we need black. We could put a wax on it instead, like a coloured wax, but it says sepia, so that's like. It's like grey, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, that might be quite cool.
Yeah, that'd be alright.
Should we get one tub and try it? Yeah, it'll go on quite easy, it'll be nice, easy. We've got black for the. Just need to get white, just in case we do end up going white. Or we could get a silver feather. Let's see if they have any like cushions. Buff it all off now, and then you'll see what it actually really looks like. It's quite cool. I mean, you could have the walls like this, and then a white ceiling. Looks quite cool. We'll do that then, and we'll do a white. Well, we could do a black ceiling. It'd just be dark in here. It'd be good for lighting, in the sense of you won't get loads of reflection. This is a bit cooler today, isn't it? It's quite welcome, actually. We're off to Wicks for more materials. Get this job boxed off, well, not boxed off, but what's it looking like your way, Dan? I haven't got any visibility.
It's a no.
Do I get more than I need? What do I get?
Oh yeah.
Right, we want some more. We use 2x4 to make legs for the desks. Cladding, 3x2, 4x2, batten, worktop we're not going to get now. Skirting, I don't know if we get skirting while we're here, so we may as well. We're only 2 metre lengths, aren't they? Yeah. Generally speaking. And screws. Right, 2.4s, so and a pack of 4. What have we got? We've got about 5.5 metres, so let's just get 2 packs. How much is that pack? Only 50 quid. You can get fully finished MDF skirting for. Here we are, this will be better. Yeah. We don't need a big one.
I don't need a big one. But also,
It's only saving us 5 quid though. And they're shorter legs. Oh, it's a pack of 5. That stuff. Was it 2.4? So we're going to want. Yeah, 2 packs should do 5. What's that? 5 should do the size, and we're going to need 1 for the back.
yeah, so we can do singles. £10.50
Yeah.
usually.
I did think about getting a kitchen, a worktop cabinet thing to have at the sides. We can have a little kickboard underneath it. And then you would be able to put some stuff inside and have a worktop on top to charge stuff rather than shelves. That'll do.
Yeah, so you can peel it off. Yeah. So I started peeling it off there, but look, it's actually on the inside as well. Yeah, well that's what I might. I mean, probably just get some replacement glass panels, which wouldn't be bad at all.
Cheaper than paying 600 quid for a door, I was gonna.
Oh god. Got a proper brain fart. That's the bottom one.
Hello, welcome to my crib. Looking forward to next week, sat in there in the cool.
That's perfect. Even with the door open, it's like it leaves like the nice little space behind there. Yeah. Like with the door wide open, it's not...
plant.
Yeah. Right.
Now I probably have a shelving thing, so it might only open. Well, I don't know. See how it works.
Oh. What kind of tiles you got coming?
Or carpet tiles?
Yeah.
Just grey carpet tiles. Yeah. I don't know when they'll arrive though, tomorrow hopefully. At least from this point on, if I'm here Saturday and Sunday, and I'm building like desk legs, I can do it in here with the air conditioning on.
You can shut the door and turn your aircon on.
Yeah.
You should have got some little port windows put in.
I thought about some for the roof, but
Sunroof.
more hassle than it's worth.
Electric car sunroof.
Oh shit. Probably should have thought about ceiling. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Stained on the outside this morning, look. It's looking good, isn't it, Tobes? Right, so it's Saturday, end of another week. This may well have been a very uneventful week as far as the weekly goes, like last week's was really, so apologies, it's because we've got a big building project going on. There will be a really good video of that coming out, and it's all because we've got another editor coming, so content should start flowing more freely again then. I'm just a bit tied up at the minute, which also means that the Berrow Motors videos will also be coming out, the podcast videos and everything, because we've missed probably a couple of car of the week videos because we just, well, it's not Toby's fault, he's not been too busy. Well, he has been busy, but I've been just ADHD focused on my little building project, so it just hasn't happened. Anyway, excuses aside, let's talk about what we've bought, what we've sold, and all that sort of stuff. Again, it's not super busy, but I think it's starting to pick up. Best car bought, I think it could be the red Range Rover that I got for my dad. Well, no, actually, forget that, because that's not even really going to be mine. I'd like my 7 Series. Oh no, that's not going to be for sale either, so I can't really make that. Yeah, I don't know. If we're going to do a, well, tell you what, we're going to do a do-over, because I said I would do car of the week being this booster jet Suzuki, and it didn't happen. I lied to you, I'm sorry. But we'll try and get it done for next time. But yeah, I think as far as the best car bought, my 7 Series at the top there, what a machine for £4,400. Best car sold is probably the Range Rover Sport, again, the £10,000 one that we took in part exchange. There's a good margin in it, even though it took us a couple of attempts to get it sold. It's now going to someone else. Biggest headache? Time. Just having time has not been on my side, because I'm getting a bit stressed, and I'm neglecting emails, messages and stuff. So people have messaged me, emailed me, or got in contact with us for cars bought for more, things like that, then apologies if I haven't been quite as on the spot as I normally would be. But next week we're going to be flying back at it. And biggest win, it's probably coming to the end of this bloody building project. I'll be glad when it's done. And we've got the new editor starting, and did have a interview today with a young lad about the valeting position. He seemed quite switched on, so we'll probably give him a try, see how that goes. So that's good news as well, so we can hit the ground running, well, not next week, but at least by next month. Yeah, that'll be it. As of today, actually, we just rolled over 75,000 subscribers. So you can stop hearing me say, if you subscribe, when we hit 75,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a £2,000 Tag Heuer watch, which I am going to do. What I've realised is that not all of my subscribers are public, so I can't even figure out who they all are. So I think we're going to have to do a post on the YouTube community saying, comment something like Tag or Berrow or something, and then we'll give it a week or two or however long you think, so that everyone who watches the channel has got an opportunity to post it, something on there, and then we'll pick a winner from that. I'd love to have just said, let's take the 75,000 viewers or subscribers and pick someone, but half of you aren't publicly subscribed, and I don't think we could realistically get everyone to do that. So hopefully that seems fair, and yeah, so bear with me. I think to make it fair to everyone will have an opportunity. It might take a week or two, but then we'll also announce the next one, the 100k giveaway. Don't know whether to do another watch like the Tag Heuer, or maybe a few watches of a lesser value, or something along those lines. Don't know, but you'll have to subscribe and watch next week to find out. So that is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye bye.